Okay, so we are rolling on this topic. I mean, thank you, Freddy, for bringing this whole story up. I know there is a pretty decent chance that me talking about these in the group will make you run and hate me and whatever. That's fine. Just do as you feel, man. I'm just rolling. You're not here. You started the whole process and then you ran away and you're not here. And so I'm doing as much analysis on this as I can. So I'm just gonna do this for just to have the information out here, because I see these videos are really helpful, at least for me, to understand what the hell I'm talking about. So, default mode network. Just in short, this is attention aimed at past and future. So not here, not in the present. The DMN is a part of our heads that goes into the past and the future. High activity here, so when you're a lot of the time just here in the DMN, this is associated with anxiety, depression, ADHD, all kinds of weird shit, because this thing, if it's overactive, it's not made to be active all the time. It's made actually, I think the human brain and every animal is made to live more like here, as much here as possible in the TPN, in the present. TPN, task positive network, is the ability of your brain to stay here, right now, to be here now, you know. So if you have attention, you can split it like this. I mean, hold on. If we look for, this is time here, like this. Attention split like this over a lot of time. If everything that goes away from here and now is handled by the DMN. Everything that goes into the right here, right now is TPN. High TPN activity is correlated psychologically with feelings of joy, you know, euphoria. Woo! Yeehaw! Awesome stuff! You're like free, like a bird, it's fun to be around, and ta-da, right? So, I think this is the stuff of life. This is what meditation does. This is what psychedelics do. The high TPN activity and disrupting the DMN. Now, how did these things happen? What's happening here? Well, this pattern of connect, this is something that's formed in childhood. As we are children, since children are small, for evolutionary reasons, as children we need to have eye contact with our parents or some sort of adult every once in a while. So we look to connect. Children are highly TPN active. They're in the present all the goddamn time. They don't have that much patience because they usually don't need to. And so if they wanted something, they want it now. If they feel something, if they feel from the heart something, hunger or pain or fear, they're going to scream about it now. They're going to express, which is very healthy. So what's happening if you have this need for connection as a kid, and you do connect, if there's no delay in connection from your parents and peers, you will have a healthy connection style. You will have something that goes, I think, your connection needs will be clear to you. You'll make them clear to others. You will not have all kinds of weirdness. Well, what about if you're the kid of an alcoholic, of a workaholic, of a smoker, of something, and you look at your mom or dad and you're looking for eye contact, but they're zoned out. They're more DMN. They're in their heads. They don't see that you're looking. You have to sort of get attention by sound, you know. Whoa, just broke my charcoal. Basically, then you have to start to over-signal. You have to be restless, agitated to get that attention. As kids, again, we need that attention because we need adults to be aware of us, just in case the jaguars attack the tribe or something. So in childhood, we form this attentional style. Healthy children go connect. People who have, as children, have unhealthy parents will have a very different experience of life. They'll go try to connect here, then they'll try to connect there when their next connect need is active. And their mom or dad or whoever they're trying to connect to, they won't be there. They won't notice. They will take maybe a long time to notice or not at all because they're zoned out on cigarettes or alcohol or whatever. So they'll want the connection here and they'll only get it here. Or if you look in terms of how much connection, they want something like high TPN but mom and dad being in their heads, they're only going to give some amount of, like you have something like this. There's no, like the kid is 80% TPN and the adult is like 40, right? They're wiggling before 20 and 40. Or it's just, there's here a deficit of attention from the parent side, and then the kid gets annoyed, they get restless. You hear these kids are like this. This is restlessness from insufficient connection to at least one of their parents, or both. So, what happens if you grow up like this is that you will learn this style, that this is how people work. When somebody wants to connect with you, you too will learn over a lot of these failed connections that you're not supposed to give attention to people when they want it. You're supposed to make them wait. Like your parents have made you wait, because, I mean, not intentionally, but this is the best that they could come up with. So what I am saying is that that this attentional style, this sort of how high TPN you get with people, is something that gets spread around. If you hang out with Zen masters, they're going to be like this. They're going to just hang out with higher TPN all the time, and I'm running out of graph space here. But if you hang out with drunks, they're going to be high DMN all the time. If you hang out with depressed people, they're going to be high DMN all the time. They're going to be here in the DMN, in the swamp, so to speak. And as I said, we are neurons, and in neurology you have this rule or this observation that neurons that fire together wire together. So if my attentional style and your attentional style are the same, or similar, if we fire at about the same time, so if these are the same, if the amplitudes are at least comparable, so if I like the amount of attention I'm getting from you, if I don't crave more, if I give this much and you give something that I'm happy with, then we can start to wire together. We can make this sort of lasting, stable relationship. If I get waiting games, if I get delaying crap games, if you are, for whatever reason, stuck in your head like this with low TPN, low focus, low concentration, then I will get annoyed and I will tell you to buzz off out of my life and eat shit and die probably. Because I no longer have time to, I've worked at relaxing this sort of gut brain, which is very easy to mess with by these delaying games that people do. And I have simply no more interest in chasing people around who are trying to basically throw their crap on me in this way, unconsciously. So I'm saying a couple of things, that working your TPN, working at being present, meaning meditation, breath, sports, sex, all the stuff, and nutrition with a lot of omega-3 and minerals and vitamins, this is good for you. TPN is where it's at. Be here now. About the problems where you say you have a problem here, but you have to wait 2 months before you can have a conversation, I'm going to say you're bullshitting yourself. Because if a problem can wait for that many hours and days and months before you even approach it, then I would say here you don't even have the problem. You may have the problem here, and talk to me about it like when we get here with it in the time. But, I mean, if that makes sense. Because I have these conversations where I want to, like, if a problem is worth my attention, I want to put this on it. I want to put my high TPN on it. If I see somebody coming with partial attention, so they're coming to their own problem, their own life with this much attention, well, I don't want to be here. This to me is crap. I tried it. It doesn't work for me. It's just partial bullshit. I don't like it. I'd rather be like this elsewhere with somebody else doing something else. And I think all this stuff has to do with fear of connection, because if we humans put TPN on each other at the same time, there will be sparks and magic and love happening, and this is also quite scary for some people. And this whole thing, I sort of call it the bird game, is like, when do you want to dance? What do you want to dance? What can you want to play? What game do you want to play? And when and how big, you know, how, and the simplest answer is I don't know, either about when or about what, about anything. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm putting this stuff together, and I hope it goes someplace. I will need questions or feedback or something. Just tell me if this sort of need for attention, you can interpret it as somebody just being needy. Of course you can do that. Just high need for attention. But I'm saying, when we find a way to give attention like this to each other, both ways, then I think this is what this is made of. This is how cool art gets made. You give your full attention to something. This is how sports and Olympic athletes do. You bring your full body and your full mind to something, to a race or to something, right then and there, to a match, a boxing match, a fighting match, whatever it is. The ability to do this is the ability of champions. The ability to do this crap here, to just wiggle blah, is the ability of everybody in the society. Multitasking, American attention, doing 5 things at once, none of them are really well done, and it's, or really short bursts of attention. It's like, yeah, YouTube comments, like forever. Wow. So I will need some feedback on this stuff, and thank you for watching. Later, dudes. Later.